Wow, I'm surprised this guy even fits in the camera frame. How is it going, Godzilla fans, kaiju fans, collectors, and just general people of YouTube? This is Chanzilla 1964 coming back to you with the last figure review of the Tokyo, Japan trip haul. So yes, we finally came to the last figure review for that haul, that being the 8-inch Godzilla -1 figure from the Bandai Movie Monster Series line. So, right off the bat, this is just a really amazing figure. It is not, in any respects, for me at least, a resized version of the -1 figure, the 6-inch one. It's quite a few differences actually, or a good handful of differences from what I see. And this is just a bit of a more proportional, I guess, Godzilla, despite the tail being rather chunky. Just a bit more proportional in my opinion. But let's just go over the detail and stuff. This is a big figure, so I've never done a review for these guys for good reason, because of how ridiculously huge these are and how much space they take up on the shelf. So yeah. But with this guy, I mean, the detail work is phenomenal, and you can see a lot more here. Like, I can see the plates for the neck here a lot better, which I didn't see on the 6-inch as well. You got the chin spikes, got all the bumps and nuclear grooves and stuff. You got these little plates here, one on the back here as well. You got a shoulder feather, these spikes here too. Elbow spikes, the hands. Detail work for the hands are very, very nice. There's a side of him, his legs, and his big feet. And I mean that literally. Very, very, very good detail work here. Even on the back of the feet. Just very nice detail work. Then we have his chest with all the rocky chest plates over here for -1. I want to say I see a little more, but there's not. Yeah, it's just about what you see on a 6-inch figure over here. Maybe it just comes out more because there's also a little more paint. Bandai, there's a little more paint on this guy, which I appreciate. And I know that this is kind of following the same trend, that there's a little more paint on the Shin Godzilla 2, the 8-inch Shin Godzilla when it came out. So yeah. But yeah, I mean, the detail is really, really good on this guy. Yeah. Spines there. Well, and then you got all the way to the tip of the tail. So yeah, very, very, very nice detail on -1. And then let's get a look at the face here. I don't know, I like the look of the face more on this one. Than the original. Because he just looks a lot more, he just looks a little more movie accurate in how beam or ferocious he looks. So yeah, I like the face on this guy a little more, in my opinion. Paint, this is pretty much it for paint. As you can see, there's this really nice kind of dry brushing all over the front, and only the front of the body. This really nice brownish sandy green. Toenails and fingernails are painted in this really dark green, army green color. Then you got the mouth with this really nice deep dark red, and the teeth painted with this bone white. And the eyes are painted very, very well. No wonkiness there at all. None at all. No wonkiness. So yeah, The bummer is that there's absolutely no paint past this part of the body. Like, at all. Which I guess he doesn't really need any paint past this side of the body. But I don't know. I think that if the dry brushing was added for the rest of the body, and then you had like shades of pink where the scarring would be, it'd be like a amazing -1 figure. Then again, it's just my opinion for the paint job for the -1 Godzilla, because, you know, yeah, that's just how I did mine, and that's just how that's how I like it. But again, just my opinion. What we get is really, really good though, either way, because I know we get the same thing on, or we had the same thing on the 6-inch and the heat ray version of it, so not really complaint, just kind of like a comparison kind of thing for me anyways. Besides that, that's about it for paint and detail. Articulation, you kind of see me fiddling with his arms. His arms can move, legs can move, his big legs can move, so you can just kind of get him like doing this kind of thing. There is glue seal at the tail over here and over here, but both points do not move. I don't recommend you break this point, either of them actually, because I don't know what would happen. I'm not going to try. And there is no glue seal at the neck, so the head does not move for this guy. Size comparison. Here is the 8-inch -1 Goji up against the 6-inch -1 Goji. So I might be wrong when I call him 8-inch. This guy might just well be 12 inches. Okay, no, he's 8 inches. Oof. He just looks really, really tall, I guess. Might even be 10. Yeah, he's about 8 inches. He just looks really tall compared to the 6-inch one. But I see this guy working well with the, I don't have him out right now, that sucks, the Odo Island version of -1, because I know this guy's like about 2 to 5 times bigger than the Odo Island -1 Goji. It definitely works better than this one, which is just about the, like if the Odo Island Goji kind of grew a little bit and stood up on his hind legs, this is kind of the size it would be, versus this size. Yeah, this is kind of what is more accurate to the movie lore. And if I have that what is it, that plane from the movie, I forget what it's called already, but that some models I could see working really well with this 8-inch one. That would be way too big for the 6-inch. So this figure has its benefits. Plus, it's freaking huge and it's -1. So it's cool. In my opinion, it's cool. Now it makes me kind of want to pick up the 8-inch Shin Godzilla. I don't know if I'm gonna, because it's, it's Shin and there's so much of Shin already as is. Whereas this is like my 4th figure or Bandai figure of -1, so it's not so bad. For Shin, this will maybe be like figure number 6 or 7 if I pick up the 8-inch version of Shin, and then plus I gotta get the heat ray version if I get the regular version of him. So yeah, it's gonna go down the rabbit hole. Yeah. But yeah, this is a really, really good figure. If you don't have that much room and you collect the 6-inch Movie Monster series figures already, I don't know if I'd recommend picking this guy up, because yes, he's cool and he's part of the Movie Monster series line. He's just freaking huge and he takes up a lot of shelf real estate. I have that real estate right now, but I am slowly losing it as the figures just start slowly coming in, especially come December with the Scar King and the Shimo set coming out, and then you have the Super Godzilla coming out, the Little Godzilla, and gosh, you got the Dream 5, or the Bandai Dream 5, yeah, Dream 5 I think is what the box set's gonna be called. Yeah, that coming out. I mean, I'm going to be losing shelf space. I'm going to have to make or get more shelves. Especially if I do actually consider getting the 8-inch of Shin Godzilla, both versions. So food for thought for me, and some food for thought for you guys too, if you ever decide on getting this and you don't have that much room. Just saying. Whereas if you only collect these big guys, I recommend you definitely get this guy because he is definitely worth adding to your collection. But with all that being said, that's about it for today's review. Short, sweet, nothing much to it. The last thing I can think of really is that there's a funny story behind this guy, and that I got him on my last night in Tokyo, because I went back for this guy 5 times. Like I said in the haul video, 5 times I went back for this guy. I saw this guy the second or third night, one of those, second or third night that I was in Tokyo, in Akihabara, where I was staying, and I saw him. I was like, I'll take a picture of him and I'll see if I can come back. So I went back about 3 other times before the very end of my trip, and the second to the last day, or that last night pretty much, I saw him and I was like, I'm gonna buy him. So I did. But lo and behold, he couldn't fit in my suitcase. So I'll show a picture here. He ended up staying in my carry-on, one of my carry-on bags, in the really nifty, do I have it with me already? Yes, I do. All right. In this really, really nice -1 Godzilla bag, tote bag that I got from the Godzilla store. He ended up staying in that all day, and he got some friends along the way as well. So yeah, this guy was something that is just, yeah, this is a figure that I'm going to remember, and it's going to be a keepsake for a very long time because of that experience. And yeah, now here we are. But with all that being said, now if you like this video, do be sure to hit the thumbs up button down below. If you guys think I may have missed anything, or if you guys have any questions, if you guys think I should in fact get the 8-inch version of the Shin Godzillas, both the Atomic Breath and the regular version, let me know in the comment section down below. But I will say this, I'm not going to get the in-between of it where it's just the regular one repainted to look like the Atomic Breath. I will not get that figure, because yeah, it's just repaint. In my opinion, it's just a repaint. And if you guys like what you see on the channel, do be sure to hit the subscribe button. But yeah, until next time guys, this has been Chanzilla 1964 saying until I see you guys again, peace.